Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling a question that's probably crossed every single one of our minds at some point. Why? Why do we suffer? Why the pain, the heartbreak, the sickness? Why does a child get cancer? Why does an innocent person go hungry? Why do horrific things happen to good people? It's a question that can shake the foundations of our faith, our hope, and our very understanding of the world. And honestly, it's easy to look at the world's pain and just give up on the idea of a good God altogether. But what if there's a different way to look at it? What if the answer isn't about God being cruel, but about something far more complex and, dare I say, even more beautiful? Today, we're diving into the mind of one of history's greatest thinkers, St. Thomas Aquinas, and his masterpiece, the Summa Theologiae, to find an answer. Aquinas doesn't shy away from this problem. He puts it right out there. He frames it as a classic logical dilemma. If God is all good, and God is all powerful, then how can evil exist? If he's all good, he would want to stop suffering. If he's all powerful, he could stop it. So evil shouldn't be here, right? Aquinas, with his typical intellectual precision, takes this head on. He says, evil is not a thing. It's not a substance. This is a huge point. He says evil is actually a privation of good. Think of it this way. Darkness isn't a thing you can hold. It's simply the absence of light. A hole isn't a thing. It's the absence of dirt. In the same way, evil is the absence of a good that should be there. The hunger of an innocent child isn't a thing God created. It's the absence of the good of nourishment. A rape isn't a thing God willed. It's the absence of the good of human dignity and respect. So if evil is a privation of good, why doesn't God just fill in the gaps? This is where it gets really interesting. Aquinas argues that God, in his infinite wisdom, created a universe that is the best possible universe, as a whole. And a part of this best possible universe is that it contains free will. God wanted to create beings who could freely choose to love him, to choose goodness. But with the power of choice comes the possibility of choosing against God, of choosing against the good. The free will that allows for acts of incredible charity and love is the same free will that allows for acts of horrific violence and crime. This isn't God's fault. It's a consequence of the very gift he gave us. We, as humans, are the ones who cause the privation of good through our choices. The suffering of a rape victim, the cruelty of crime. Aquinas would say these are the direct result of a human choosing to reject the good. And God, in a sense, respects our free will so much that he allows us to make these choices, even if they lead to terrible things. But what about things that aren't caused by human choice? What about a child getting cancer, or a famine that causes widespread hunger? Aquinas calls this natural evil, and his answer here is mind-bendingly profound. He says that God's primary concern is not just the individual, but the entirety of the universe. The laws of nature, the very processes of creation and decay, are what make this universe a place of immense beauty and complexity. The same physical laws that allow for stars to form and flowers to bloom are the same laws that can lead to a cell mutating into cancer. The same geological forces that create majestic mountains are the same forces that cause devastating earthquakes. Aquinas argues that to remove the possibility of natural evil would be to fundamentally alter the very fabric of the universe itself. God allows for the possibility of these things for the greater good of the whole, to maintain a universe of incredible order and diverse existence. This is a tough pill to swallow, I know. It sounds cold. But Aquinas adds a crucial second layer. He says God's power and goodness are so immense that he can actually bring a greater good out of an evil. This doesn't make the evil okay, not at all. But it means that God can use the suffering, the pain, and the privation to bring about a beautiful and unexpected outcome. Think of the incredible compassion and care that cancer patients receive from nurses and doctors, the acts of heroic love that are born directly from suffering. Think of the worldwide movements for justice and aid that are sparked by the sight of an innocent person suffering from hunger. Aquinas would say that God's plan is so grand that he can weave these threads of suffering into a tapestry of immense beauty and grace. It's a testament to his power that he doesn't just prevent evil, but that he can even use it for a purpose that we, with our limited vision, can barely comprehend. So Aquinas doesn't give us an easy answer. He doesn't just say God wills it. Instead, he offers us a profound, intellectual, and even humbling perspective. He tells us that suffering is not a part of God's direct plan, but a consequence of a truly free and incredibly ordered universe. It's a hard truth, but it's a truth that ultimately points not to a cruel God, but to a God of infinite wisdom, a God who can even bring light out of the deepest darkness. I want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think of Aquinas' argument? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into life's biggest questions. See you next time.